Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Tag. Comedies, R-rated comedies. The genre that misses a whole lot more than it hits for me personally. So that brings us to Tag, an R-rated comedy that had trailers I felt to be underwhelming, to say the least. But we did have some very funny people in here, including Jake Johnson, Jon Hamm, and Jeremy Renner. Oh, and Ed Helms. And a bit of a chuckle in that trailer, so there was some hope to be had. So was this a fun game of tag or torture? Well, I'm happy to report I actually had a pretty good time with this film. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives first. Well, I think all of our cast is very good in this film. Ed Helms brings a really nice emotional center to the film. He's definitely the serious emotional glue that holds all of the story together. Jeremy Renner is killing it in this kind of ridiculous role that he is in. Jake Johnson is playing kind of a Jake Johnson kind of role. Jon Hamm was his typical funny yet charming and attractive self, but the standouts for me start with Hannibal Buress, who I thought was hilarious. He had most of my favorite lines in the film, and I just liked his characterization in general. And then Isla Fisher, who was freaking awesome in this movie. I thought she was absolutely hilarious. Her character was so over the top and ridiculous, but she was full on committed, and I just laughed at most everything she said. But the cast also meshes really well. You feel that camaraderie. You feel an actual friendship between these people playing this game, and it was really nice. Plus, it is a really actual heartwarming story. I think that they balance the serious aspects, that heart, really well, and weave it into the story really, really well. And it's done very effectively throughout. Plus, this movie is a whole lot funnier than I had anticipated it to be. There are some really, really funny moments here, and a lot of great physical humor. A lot of meta humor, too. Nobody is really taking this so seriously, which is surprising given the heart in the film, but those comedy moments are so self-aware, so fun and over the top and ridiculous. Between hearing the inner thoughts of Jeremy Renner and the cast to just big, really ridiculous, outlandish schemes put together by the various cast members. In particular, Jeremy Renner, in order not to get tagged. This was a whole lot funnier than I had anticipated it to be. Of course, there are also quite a few negatives as well. First of all, the wife in this film is terrible. I thought her character was just grating and annoying, which is slightly the point, but it just was like, oh, okay. Let's get her off the screen, shall we? I feel like this whole game and this whole deal would be a whole lot more fun without her involved. I also think there is a real lack of character development here. So we're dealing with a movie that really is trying to inject this heart into the film and really make us care about this friendship, but none of the characters evolve. We learn, obviously, the most about the Jeremy Renner character and especially the Ed Helms character, but the other ones literally do not evolve at all. Like, Jake Johnson just stays flatline throughout the entire film. And really, they all flatline throughout the entire film. They don't grow. We don't really see even the friendship grow all that much. Just a little tad. But that's okay when you're having fun with the friends. When they already feel like good friends, you don't necessarily need to see a whole lot of development throughout the course of the film, because we're already there. And of course, it's way exaggerated. It's way over the top. It's way ridiculous. At points I groaned. At other points I laughed quite a bit. So, in comedies like this, often you have to take those hits with the misses. But they really get you at the end with the footage of the actual friends still playing tag. And what a fun bond that they have. that it's hard to resist after you've laughed, you've smiled throughout the majority of the film, and then you see these actual people and their actual friendship. It's hard to resist just caving and giving in to this somewhat silly but surprisingly heartfelt little comedy. So maybe it was just my lack of any sort of expectation, but I had a much better time in this film than I ever anticipated I would, and I would give this a matinee. It is an easy breezy, perfectly fun and funny film. So go and see it. Give it a shot. It might just surprise you, like it did me. So that is my review for Tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Tag? And what is your favorite film that centers around lifelong friendship connection? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!